the idea that there are fans who get sensitive when you're just like, yeah, it's a no for me, and a complete non-starter, anybody but Deshaun. The fact that people get legitimately heated about that on social media, that goes beyond just defending Deshaun or defending the idea of Deshaun, and that goes to how can you still be a Deshaun Watson and a Browns fan? I don't understand that concentric circle.
Not when he's wasted 4 years of your life.
Yes.
I'm 100% there with you. But I do think, and I got a couple tweets on this, I'm sure you did as well, and I do think it's a wrinkle to the conversation that I think we're going to start to hear. If it does, in fact, go down, Shedeur versus Deshaun, I think guys like Pete on X said 100% thinks Stefanski was the reason that Deshaun was just crap. That's the only thing that makes me want to see Deshaun with somebody, it being him with someone other than Stefanski. And so I feel like that group is going to be the group that exists if this, in fact, becomes the quarterback competition.
I believe I was this person for about a month's time, and then you come back around to the logic of, if Deshaun has a good season, and would look good being like he actually plays more than 10 games, and he actually looks like an NFL quarterback, which he has not for 90% of the time he's been on the field in Cleveland. What is the reward? What is the outcome that leads from that?
Right, you get to pay him a lot of money.
You get to pay him again, at the very least, a 1-year deal, and like Kyler Murray taking you out of the running for Kyler Murray getting you the 18th pick next year. Okay. All right, it takes you out of the quarterback, but maybe you trade up and get back into it. Deshaun Watson taking you out of draft position to draft the guy to replace him, which means now I have to throw more draft collateral at the Deshaun Watson problem, feels more like a sunk cost than the Kyler Murray thing for me for some reason.
You see why the only path that makes sense is the idea that Shedeur would be able to start week 1, and you got to live with this boom or bust reality of it. He booms, and then everything is great, and then you got a rookie deal, and you got a quarterback, and it's awesome, or he busts out, and then you're there for the 2027 draft. Like I've been saying it for how long for a reason. It's the only thing that makes any sense to me in my brain.
But even then, if Shedeur busts and you're 4 weeks into the season and you need to go, because that's what happens, right? Hey, this guy isn't good enough. We have to go. There's always, because you're doing that for the locker room. The idea that then, okay, now we'll go to Deshaun, also still is a non-starter for me. It just isn't. That's like Shedeur to Joe Flacco again. Okay, not really what I would sign up for. Feels like a lot of spinning your tires. But at least then I can go, well, I like the human being that is Joe Flacco, or I have I've watched Joe Flacco throw for 300 yards in the last 2 years.
Well, you better become a big Dylan Gabriel fan then if that's the case, because he's got to beat out Deshaun Watson for that backup spot if the room stays like it is right now.
Steve in Hudson, welcome to the show, buddy. What you got for us?
I was just wanted to comment on some of the things you said. I think, you're a little bit in your feelings about Deshaun Watson. I mean, because he didn't live up to expectations. Well, we all said he didn't live up to expectations. But you know what? Everybody talks about getting Todd Monken off to a good start. If this guy is, the guy to get him off to a good start, you can let it play out.
Yeah, but let's talk probability, Steve. Real quick, I'll give you a chance to answer, buddy. Probability.
Okay.
What's the probability right now from today that Deshaun Watson goes out there this year and gets Todd Monken off on the right foot that you're suggesting? Give me like a percentage, ballpark.
I would say it's about 70%. And the reason
that is the craziest.
Come on.
You almost made me curse, Steve. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish now. Who has more to regain to try to resurrect their career right now than Deshaun Watson for him to go somewhere else? I think you guys are.
That doesn't mean he's capable.
One time he was a top 5 quarter. Well, wait a minute.
That was 7 years ago, Steve.
Okay, you know what? Okay, but you know what?
7 years ago, I was a stiff 290. Like if we're doing who we were 7 years ago, we all get to take a victory lap here.
But you know what? You can still get back to 290. Just like I said again, is who says he can't get back to where he was?
I'll tell you right now.
Steve believes in you in a way that a lot of people don't.
I'll get to 290 before Deshaun Watson plays good football ever again.
No, I'm just saying this. If you know what, at one point he was a top 5 quarterback. And I'm not saying he's it right now, but again, he has everything to lose, everything to gain by resurrecting his career. And if I want my ROI, my return on investment, if I'm the Haslam, I at least want one good year. At that point, it gives me something to build on. If I lose a draft capital at that time, at the same time, okay. But at this point, you're still going to have to get another quarterback anyway, or if you do a one-year deal. I'm not saying he's the end-all, be-all, but I think you're really in your feelings about this.
Wouldn't you want, if we're talking return off investment, wouldn't it be more valuable to have Shedeur go out there and be good than it would be Deshaun Watson? Like, it doesn't give you greater return?
Shedeur was a fifth-round draft pick, man.
He's on a rookie deal, so that carries over, and then he's still on the roster. Deshaun Watson's gone after this year.
Right. So why not give him an opportunity to play? He's gone regardless.
Because there's nothing extended there. There's no building with that. He's gone. Like a thief in the night. He's just gone.
So $40 million, you got, like I said, I love you guys. You want to spend $40 million, spend somebody else's $40 million and just let it sit on the bench?
It's already spent. It's already spent.
It's spent. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
Steve,
about.
Let's just walk through this real quick, buddy, because we've given you your chance here, and I want to ask you, what other franchise could throw out a quarterback who hasn't played good football in 5 years and who hasn't been healthy in 2 years as a real option at quarterback, and their fan base not laugh them out of the NFL?
Yeah, they'd laugh out until what if he plays well?
No. You didn't answer the question, Steve. What other team would attempt this? There's literally no other team. No other team has the gall to do this.
You're right. But no other team had an unprecedented, a trade like that, too. I grant you that.
The worst trade in NFL history?
Unprecedentedly awful.
Yeah,
I mean, what are you talking about?
Right. I grant you that. But, again, at this point, why not, again, if you got nothing to lose at 1 year and you got Shedeur for, 4 more years, why not? So at this point, if you get your
I think I figured it out.
If you get your coach off to a good start and he plays well, then where are you at?
All right, real quick, we disagree, but we appreciate you, and you kept it respectful, and we appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
I think Steve might be maybe the first client to Nick Wilson let you yell at him for 5 hours, or at least an extended amount of time, so you don't go home and have a disagreement with your wife.
Too?
I think so.
You're welcome.
Might be
the
in the
consulting
docket.
firm
might be on the docket.
I need better at this point in my life than why not. I do. Just when it comes to football, there is.
Unfortunately for you, that's all the Browns are probably going to give you this year.
I honestly cannot think of another fan base right now that there would be somebody who their real answer to the quarterback position, the best you got, and the acceptable answer for anyone is why not.
All right, go to Rodney. Rodney wants to give Watson a chance. I told
Rodney.
you, they exist. BetOnline.ag is not just lying to us.
Man?
What's up, man?
How y'all doing, man?
Doing all right. What you got for us?
We're fine.
Well, I'm just listening to the Deshaun Watson thing, man. I walked in the middle school. Yeah, I did. Well, here it is. I walked into middle school until the 7th grade. Had a knee injury. I was able to play football until my senior year. I went 5 years. But you know what? I came back. I played quarterback. And I was able to revamp my life and career.
There we go.
Right
so
there.
I get it.
Apples to apples. 7th grade in high school to the NFL.
I get it. But it's like this. All I'm going to say is this.
Rodney, I heard you weren't even that good at quarterback, by the way.
Yeah, you guys won like 3 games.
Yeah, I heard you kind of stunk at quarterback.
Oh, my God. Whoever told you that story?
That's what I heard.
It was Steve.
I tell you what, hey, give me some of that steak y'all eating, man, because it's making y'all think different.
Why would steak do that?
I didn't even know what steak. It's protein.
To make that comment, I think you got to be acting a little different. I'll send some to your house, Steve. I'll send them to your house. They're coming. They're shipped in like 3 to 5 business days. They'll be right there at your front door.
You know what? Now that he said it, it's changed my opinion. I mean, Rodney, he got hurt the first day in 7th grade. He didn't play football for 5 years. And in his own words, he was good his senior year. Changed his life.
Is there a high school that would legitimately have somebody their senior year of high school just be the starting quarterback after no high school experience ever?
It's Chad Powers. That's what this is.